ਸਿਆਟਲ ਦੇ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਭਾ ਰੈਂਟਨ ਵਿਖੇ ਦੋ ਗਰੁੱਪਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਈ ਤਕਰਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਅੱਧੀ ਦਰਜਨ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਲੋਕ ਘਾਇਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ। ਰੈਂਟਨ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਵਿਭਾਗ ਦੇ ਸੂਚਨਾ ਅਧਿਕਾਰੀ ਸਿੰਡੀ ਮੋਰਿਸ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੂੰ 911 ਤੇ 2:48 ਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਆਈ ਕਿ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਭਾ ਵਿਖੇ ਲੜਾਈ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਮੌਕੇ ਤੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੀ ਤੇ ਜ਼ਖਮੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਹਸਪਤਾਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਰਤੀ ਕਰਵਾਇਆ। ਸਿਆਟਲ ਤੋਂ ਹਰਮਨਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੀ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ। ਵਧੇਰੇ ਖਬਰਾਂ ਲਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਰਹੋ ਅਜੀਤ ਵੈਬ ਟੀਵੀ।
Just separating the groups, it's hard to tell. They're all of the same religion, so just whatever's going on inside with them. So it was separating the two parties, which we did, and I was just trying to get one party out to then get the next party out. And as we separated, then it kicked back off as people were trying to leave the parking lot.
And then can you tell me about the injuries that were sustained here?
There was one male that was transported to Valley with some head injury, maybe some sort, got hit with a bat possibly, but we're unsure because everyone's kind of he said, she said, and we're still trying to investigate on what's going on really with that.
I heard something about stabbing.
There was a sword. I guess there's swords inside. Somebody either grabbed the sword or the sharp end of a sword, and one guy got his hands cut, so he said he was grabbing a sword from somebody else, but we weren't able. We're still on investigating that as well.
Gotcha. And when you mentioned guns involved, did you see guns or was that
no?
Important?
There was no guns. There was a small knife that was recovered and handed to an officer when we got here.
Okay. I thought you said something about guns before.
Yeah, that's the call. The call came out, said guns involved as well. Which is a more expedited response, maybe just trying to get us here faster, but there was no guns recovered or seen.
So it looks like things are pretty wrapped up here. Is there anything else kind of to speak of with this?
No. I think that they're just going to try to close the doors for a couple of weeks to kind of let things cool down between what's going on with them inside.
Sure.
What did officers see when they first got here? When they first arrived, what did they encounter?
First officers got here and they just heard chaos going on inside the doors there, and fearing that somebody was actively being stabbed, or the screaming, they see blood, and so now they're just going in trying to find out who's the suspect, who's the victim, with 50 people moving every direction in there. So it was pretty chaotic.
Anything charged, anything filed today? Any charges filed or anybody arrested or anything like that, or is that?
So we don't have any. Nobody wants to be a victim. We're trying to see who the victim and who the suspect is, with everybody pointing the fingers at each other. It's part of the investigation that we're talking to witnesses and everybody involved and just trying to piece all that together for the investigation.
But no arrests right now?
No.
Is there any sort of active search in the neighborhood for anyone that could?
No, everybody that was involved kind of stayed here. Nobody took off, and we just kind of talked to all parties as they were here.
Cool.
You said this has been an ongoing thing for a couple of weeks, and this is the second location. There was something. Where was the other one?
Kent.
In Kent.
Yeah, I'm not aware of the Kent one, but just one of the people that were involved said that, hey, this happened last week in Kent, and there was a big old brawl, and there was a police report for that, and so they just said that it was kind of the same people over here at this one.
And so somebody asked if there's a suspect to look for, but is this something that you're going to keep your eyes? I mean, it can happen again in a different temple, or is this just between these two groups? Or?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure, but I would say that we'd be in touch with the Kent temple to see, are they just bouncing around from the Kent temple to here? But I know that with this being Renton, we're definitely going to make sure that we're close in contact, and everybody was cooperative. They're just trying to keep it in-house is kind of what it seemed like, but
any count on how many people were stabbed or anything? I know one was
so there was a lot of blood, but I believe it was a male who had grabbed the sharp end. He said he had grabbed the sharp end of a sword or something like that. So that's where blood was everywhere from that. He was the only one really bleeding, and then one guy got hit over the head with either a bat or some other object.
I saw an officer had kind of a wooden, kind of mallet-looking thing he was carrying around. Was that something you think was involved?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it was like about this long, kind of dark wood.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not sure.
It didn't look like a baton you guys used.
Okay.
And officers did enter when they saw the chaos.
Yes. Yeah, they immediately went in.
देश दुनिया ते कोरोना महामारी दा असर। ਇਹ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੇ ਸਹੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਅਤੇ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਸੱਚੀ ਖਬਰ। ਅਜੀਤ ਵੈਬ ਟੀਵੀ ਦੇ ਸੈਂਕੜੇ ਪੱਤਰਕਾਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਹਰ ਪਲ, ਹਰ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ ਹਰ ਸਥਿਤੀ ਤੇ ਪੈਣੀ ਨਜ਼ਰ। ਪਿੰਡ, ਕਸਬਾ, ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਹੋਵੇ ਜਾਂ ਦੇਸ਼ ਵਿਦੇਸ਼, ਅਸੀਂ ਜੁੜੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਖਬਾਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਰਾਹੀਂ। ਕਲਮ ਦੀ ਤਾਕਤ ਤੇ ਵੈਬ ਟੀਵੀ ਦੇ ਮਾਧਿਅਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹਰ ਜਨ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਹਰ ਮਨ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼। ਹਰ ਆਮੋ ਖਾਸ ਤੇ ਹਕੂਮਤ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਸਵਾਲ ਜਵਾਬ। ਆਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਪਹੁੰਚੇਗੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਕਾਲ। ਅਫਵਾਹਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਚੋ ਅਤੇ ਸੱਚੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਸਹੀ ਖਬਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਜੁੜੇ ਰਹੋ ਅਜੀਤ ਵੈਬ ਟੀਵੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ।